The Los Angeles Clippers defeated the Denver Nuggets 105-102. This was also a very competitive game that went back and forth. I felt like no team really had control of this game for a long period of time. It was just like alternating back and forth. So it was pretty fun to watch. I'll say this, that it was great to see all these guys playing at a high level. Kawhi Leonard dominated the game. He shot 15 of 19 from the field. He had 39 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, and he had 1 turnover. That's the only negative thing you can say about this game, but he was pretty much flawless in this game. He was unstoppable. He showed shades of Kawhi from 2019 when he led the Raptors to the championship that season. This game, he was getting whatever he wanted. And I would say what was impressive about it was most of the shots he made were contested shots with a hand in his face. The Nuggets played as good of a defense as you could on Kawhi, and it still didn't really matter. He was scoring on defenders left and right. No matter who they threw at him, he was hitting the contested shots. So there's not much you can really do about that. Kawhi is a great player where once he's locked in, he can score on any defender. And tonight the Nuggets were just victim of that. They were just a victim of that. So I don't take much out of it. That it's going to happen. Kawhi will dominate when he's healthy and when he's focused. But I think that the major thing that the Nugget fans should be concerned about is just the dumb decisions that Jokic made throughout this game. Like, he had 7 turnovers, which is uncharacteristic of Nikola Jokic, the great playmaker we know. But he just made a lot of questionable passes tonight that had me shaking my head, and some dumb decisions in the final 2-3 minutes of the game. And I was just thinking, like, what was he thinking? It didn't make any sense. I think there was one possession with less than 40 some seconds left where he threw the ball and he got intercepted by Kawhi. It was just a very dumb pass, but that led to the bucket that was like the dagger, I think, for the Clippers, in which Kawhi put them ahead for good. That it just had me shaking my head. And also just the ending of the game, the Nuggets don't call a timeout, and Jokic, I think I'm trying to remember who shot the 3. Yeah, it was Christian Braun shoots a 3. Obviously, he's a terrible 3-point shooter. He bricks it. I think the Nuggets get the rebound. Jokic gets the ball, and then he just takes forever to make a decision, and then he's left no choice but to jack up a 3 with Kawhi right in his face. It was the awkward looking 3. You knew it was most likely not going to fall in there, but it was just like, wow, what are you guys thinking? I don't know if Jokic had like a brain fart in this game, but he was just making dumb decisions. And also, he was bad at the free throw line, 6 of 10. That's not going to cut it. And I'm just trying to see if there's anything else really about this game that stood out. I would say nothing else really stood out. The Nuggets bench was actually better than the Clippers bench in this game, but it really didn't matter because Kawhi dominated this game, and that erased any gains that from the Nuggets bench. But this is going to be a series really of the starters versus the starters, and since they're going to really decide who's going to win this series, that's what I would definitely say. And tonight, the Clippers starters did just enough to beat the Nuggets starters. They edged them out with Kawhi's great game. Going forward, I don't think the Nuggets are going to ever stop Kawhi. I just think it's going to happen every game where he gets 30 or more. That's just something I think they have to concede and accept. But I still believe they'll win this series. I said before it started it would go 7 games and it would be a grind out series. And I still don't think that's going to change. But they had to find ways to slow down other guys, I would say. And I think they did a good job overall of slowing down Harden, Norman Powell, those two key cogs in this game. But they made mental mistakes in crunch time that led them to lose the game. So mentally, they got to be more disciplined and smarter if they're going to win this series. I think Jokic won't have these screw ups again in the next game, and he'll be more focused on making better decisions. I think the Nuggets overall will be mentally better the next game. I do believe that they'll split the 2 games in LA. They'll win one of them, whether it's game 3 or 4, and then game 5 will be probably one of the most important games of this series. That's the way I think this is gonna head out to be. But I don't have anything else to say really.